Here is a number you have probably said out loud without thinking twice. 1 dog year equals 7 human years. It is on birthday cards. It is in movies. Your own vet may have said it. But here is the uncomfortable truth. That number is wrong. It has always been wrong. And because you believe it, you may be misjudging exactly where your dog is in their life right now. Almost everyone gets this wrong. So today, let us fix it with actual science and figure out how old your dog really is. But first, let me plant something in your mind. There is a strange fact hiding inside dog aging. Bigger dogs age faster and die younger than small dogs. That sounds backwards, and the reason why is genuinely surprising. It also changes how much time you actually have. I will come back to it at the very end, so stay with me. 1. Nobody actually knows where the number 7 came from. There is no study behind it. There never was. The oldest guess reaches all the way back to the year 1268, to a mosaic floor called the Cosmati pavement, laid in front of the high altar at Westminster Abbey. Carved into it is a riddle predicting the end of the world, listing the lifespans of animals. A hedge lives 3 years, a dog 9, a horse 27. Each one tripling the last. So the medieval answer was that dogs live to 9 and people to about 80. That is a 9-to-1 idea, not 7-to-1. The 7-to-1 version we all repeat only took hold in the 1950s. The likeliest explanation is simple arithmetic. People lived to about 70. Dogs lived to about 10. Divide one by the other and you get 7. A veterinarian at Kansas State University named William Fortney told the Wall Street Journal his honest opinion. He thinks it was basically a marketing ploy, a way to nudge owners into bringing their dogs to the vet once a year. The rule you have trusted your whole life was never science. It was a slogan. 2. The math falls apart the second you test it. Picture a 1-year-old dog. Under the multiply by 7 rule, that dog is supposedly 7 in human years. But a 1-year-old dog can already reproduce. It is basically a teenager. A 7-year-old human child is still losing baby teeth and cannot have children. Those two are not remotely the same. Now go the other direction. If 7-to-1 were real, a 15-year-old dog would be 105, and plenty of dogs would sail past 150. It just does not hold up. Dogs do not age in a straight line. They race through their early years, then slow down. A single multiplier can never capture a curve. And by the way, if this is already changing how you see your dog, share it with another dog owner. It genuinely helps them, and it helps this channel grow. 3. So scientists went looking at the DNA. In July of 2020, a team at the University of California, San Diego published a study in the journal Cell Systems. It was led by Trey Ideker with first author Tina Wang. Instead of guessing, they read the DNA directly. As dogs and humans age, tiny chemical tags called methyl groups attach to our DNA in patterns that shift over time. Ideker describes them like wrinkles in the genome. Read the wrinkles and you can estimate biological age. That readout is called an epigenetic clock. The team studied 104 Labrador retrievers, from 4-week-old puppies to 16-year-old dogs. They compared those patterns against 320 humans, aged 1 to 103, across tens of thousands of shared DNA sites. Some matches were beautiful. 7 weeks in a puppy lined up with about 9 months in a human baby, right when both are getting their first teeth. One honest caveat: they used only one breed, Labradors. So this is a general map, not a precise readout for every dog. 4. Here is the real formula and what it says about your dog. Human age equals 16 times the natural logarithm of your dog's age plus 31. You do not need to love math to see what it does. Let me just translate it into ages. A 1-year-old dog is about 31 in human years. A young adult, not a first grader. A 2-year-old dog is about 42. A 4-year-old is about 53. An 8-year-old is about 64. And a 12-year-old is about 71. Sit with that. Your 2-year-old dog, the one still acting like a goofball, is roughly 42. That is the single biggest thing the 7 rule hides from you. Your dog is almost certainly older, in real biological terms, than you have been telling yourself. 5. The first year is the one that matters most. Look at that curve and you notice something. It shoots almost straight up at the start, then bends and flattens. Your dog does most of their aging early. That first year is a fire hose of development. Bones, brain, hormones, behavior, all rushing forward. The guidelines from the American Veterinary Medical Association put the first year of a dog's life at roughly 15 human years. The second year adds about 9 more, so a 2-year-old lands near 24. Only after that does the pace ease off, to around 4 or 5 human years per calendar year. Here is why this matters. Middle age arrives sooner than you think. That 5-year-old you still call your puppy is closer to a person in their 40s. So good food, a healthy weight, and regular checkups are not things to save for later. Later comes fast. 6. But size changes everything. A Chihuahua and a Great Dane do not age on the same clock. Small dogs live longest. Giant dogs live shortest. So veterinarians add size to the math. After the first couple of years, small dogs age slower and giant dogs age faster. Take 2 10-year-old dogs. A 10-year-old small dog is roughly 56 in human years and often still sprightly. A 10-year-old Great Dane is closer to 80 and firmly geriatric. Same species, same age, completely different life stage. That is also why senior means different things for different dogs. Small breeds are usually considered senior around 10 to 12, medium breeds around 8 to 10, large breeds around 7, and giant breeds as early as 5 or 6. So a 7-year-old Labrador is genuinely a senior, while a 7-year-old Chihuahua is barely middle-aged. 7. So what do you actually do with all this? First, respect the first year. It counts for more than any other. Second, learn when middle age truly starts for your dog's size, because that is when quiet problems begin. Third, once your dog crosses their senior line, most veterinarians recommend a checkup every 6 months instead of once a year, often with blood work, because a lot can go wrong in the gap. And fourth, the single most proven thing you can do: keep your dog lean. In a landmark 14-year Purina study of 48 Labradors, dogs kept lean lived a median of 13 years, compared to 11.2 for their slightly heavier siblings. That is nearly 2 extra years, and they developed arthritis later too. Being able to just feel your dog's ribs may add years to their life. Now, the promise I made at the start. Why do big dogs age faster and die younger? In most of the animal kingdom, bigger species live longer. Elephants outlast mice. But inside the dog world, it flips. A team led by Cornelia Krauss at the University of Göttingen studied more than 56,000 dogs across 74 breeds. Their conclusion was haunting. Large dogs, they wrote, seem to live their lives in fast motion. Every extra bit of body mass shaves a little more off the clock. One leading suspect is a growth hormone called IGF-1. Big breeds carry far more of it. In older breed measurements, giant Newfoundlands showed roughly 4 times the IGF-1 of small Keeshonds. All that growth signaling seems to speed up aging and raise cancer risk. Their bodies grow so fast, so young, that they seem to wear out sooner. And the science is still moving. The Dog Aging Project, run by Daniel Promislow and Matt Kaberlein, is tracking tens of thousands of dogs to understand all of this. A company called Loyal is even developing a drug, LOY-002, aimed at extending healthy years for senior dogs. It has cleared 2 of the 3 major FDA technical sections, but to be clear, it is not approved and not on the market yet. So here is the real reason any of this matters. It is not trivia. When you stop believing the 7 rule, you stop seeing your dog as younger than they are. You notice the gray hairs sooner. You start the vet visits sooner. You savor the ordinary afternoons a little harder. Knowing where your dog truly is in their life does not shorten your time together. It helps you spend it well. And that is the whole point.